Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and for the supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle. So they're both by Tori Hartman. The tarot is illustrated by Katrin? Where are you? Katrina Sokolova. That's there. The Oracle cards are illustrated by Gretchen Reichbaskin. If you want to see the information better, this is why I'm holding them together so I don't forget this. There's a little bit of a difference in the Watkins Publishing website. One is watkinspublishing.com. The other one is watkinspublishing.co.uk. There's a website for Tori, torihartman.com. So either way, you can get to Tori that way. I just want to make sure you can get to it if you want to. I don't know if that even helped doing it that way, but I've been using these decks for a while, so I'm sure it's easy to find them. They're very popular, I think, or they were. So if you're interested, enjoy. This is Sagittarius. You had a card fall out. It was the Six of Wands, which I feel like I'm trying to turn something into a positive, but it's kind of like, how do I do it? Somebody's playing victim. Who? Them. Oh, we don't want to fall for that. Okay, so somebody's playing the victim card, and I feel like it's a little tricky. Because I feel like they're playing it very coy. And the Sagittarius energy I'm aware of, kind of like, oh wait, something's not going right, I'll just fix it. Kind of like, oh, that just needs to be, that's not a big deal. It's kind of like when you see something, maybe there's something a little disheveled in the driveway, or maybe the kitchen's a little out of place, or if you're at work, you're like, oh, those resources, like if they were organized a little better, people could find them and they wouldn't be so confused. And you're like, instead of thinking about it, it'll just take me 10, 15 minutes, I'll just do it. This is like the trap. It feels like I'm being trapped. Because once they find you doing this, it's like they're just waiting for somebody that's just going to do a little bit. But once they see you doing that, like, okay, this is messed up in the driveway or the kitchen or at work, whatever it is, it seems like it's quick, minimal. It's like, oh, it'll just take me 10 to 15 minutes. I'll just do it. It's taken care of and I'll move on with my life. But you do that and somebody sees this, the Magician, which the Magician is a tricky card. It can be a very good, empowering, manifesting card, or it can be a manipulative, using other people card. It depends what's coming in. I'm getting somebody's looking for another person to do things for them. And if you just naturally step in and start fixing things, because that's what I'm getting with the Page of Cups. Kind of like, oh, that just needs to be done. It matters to me. I feel like people will see the value in that. People will look at you positively, like, nobody's going to be angry I did that. People will probably like that, so why not just do it? Nobody's going to be mad with that. Nobody's going to be mad with that, but somebody's going to look to make an opportunity out of that. Like, oh, the Sag will just do stuff like that? Maybe I can get the Sag over working with me more, and maybe I can put more things out like that I don't want to do, that the Sag will just do and take care of, and I don't have to worry about it. No, we're gonna stop this one way or another. I feel like the reason this reading is going to hit, if it does, is better sooner than later. Instead of waiting this out, I feel like they're trying to hopefully highlight what this is before it gets too far down the road. One characteristic of this person is they have way too much going on. Well, guess what? So doesn't Sagittarius usually. Usually you guys have a lot going on yourself, and you don't have time to just take on everybody else's load, workload, whatever load it is. You don't have time for that. So it's kind of like, if you have a moment here or there, you could just help here or there because you have a second. Randomly now and then you have a second. You just do what you need to do. You don't overthink it, you just do it. That's how it works. But you're not in a position just to take on somebody else's responsibilities. You got way too much going on yourself to do that. And I feel like if we set this up early, kind of like, I feel like I have to get away from this before it becomes an issue. Help a little, but I feel like I want to call this out, because I feel like you're very helpful. You can't seem to help yourself. You're just a very not accommodating, what do I want to say? Supportive energy. You're a good energy. Kind of like somebody needs help. You're not just going to look at them and keep walking. You're going to oh, okay, let me help you up. Okay, and I'll keep going. If somebody's having a hard time, you're like, oh, that looks like that ice is going to be slippery. I see some rock salt here. Let me just throw some salt on there and tell them, wait, give it like 5 minutes and you should be fine. Like you're gonna do, like I knew there's let me go get the rock salt. Take me like 5 minutes. I'll just throw that out here. You don't have to worry about breaking your neck. And you just like you don't really overthink it. You're just like, I'm just gonna do it because I don't want this person to get hurt. You just do it. You're very helpful, but I feel like people need to know. Yeah, if I can help, I'm gonna help, but I'm not here to run your life for you. I'm not available for all that. I've got my own responsibilities. I'm not available for everything you need, and not for nothing. I need to have the ability to move things around so I can get everything I can done. So you need that flexibility. It's very important for Sagittarius to have that flexibility to do it the way you need to do it. This person is seeing you as an opportunity, and they're going to try to lock you into something. This is going to be like some type of... I feel like there's some type of problem here that's going to come in. And this person's going to be very insistent that you have to help them once they see this. They are overwhelmed. They are very overwhelmed, but you don't need their responsibilities. Somebody wants you to take on their responsibilities. Like, they feel like, I can't do this anymore. This is too much for me. So I have to find somebody I trust to do this for me. You're not the one. You have the responsibility, but you have your own responsibilities. You know what I mean? If you could, maybe you would. But I feel like you have your own responsibilities, and this is not for you. This is also something that's overdone. Way too much for one person. Ironically, I don't know. You'd probably be able to do it. I don't know if you'd enjoy it, but you'd probably be able to do it. Don't do this to yourself, that's for sure. Because I feel like there's a lot more... Like, this person's trying to unload some responsibilities, but you're not the one to be getting it. Not you. I just feel like you have enough going on. I just feel like, for example, it's almost like, you're working on one side of town, and they're going to try to get you to working both sides of town, so you're running back and forth all day. It's like, it's going to run you ragged. And it may look like on paper, like, well, it's just 5 things. It's 5 things all over town. Like, I have to run from one side to the other constantly, so I'm going back and forth 4 times. No, I can't get those all done in a day because I can't travel back and forth, and you've set it up to where I literally have to be there. I can't do that. That's going to drive me mad. Say no to this. One of you is going to fail. It's better that they fail because they created the situation. So if they created the situation, I'm sorry, but it's only fair that if they can't do it, then they're the ones who should fail. Don't let them pass this over to you. Don't let them pass this over to you. You're going to have a hard time saying no. I'm also getting that. For whatever reason, you're kind of like, well, I don't want to be seen like that. I don't want people to think I'm not helpful or that I won't, try to do something. Especially if it's work-related, it's almost like, well, I don't want people to think negative of me, like I don't care or I won't try. But I'm getting like, this situation is going to fall in. It's better it falls in on them than you because they created it. Just be honest and say, I got a lot on my plate. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I literally... Well, don't say that. Say, I got a lot on my plate and I got more I have to sort out. Something like that. Say something like that. If this is hitting, make it look like I'm very busy and there's things I'm still trying to sort out. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I just had a quick moment between meetings, so I just wanted to keep myself busy. It's very rare for me to have a moment, but I took advantage of it and just took care of that because I wanted to be nice. I'm sorry. I have other things I'm still sorting out that I can't neglect. It's going to be at least 4 weeks before I can help you. I feel like they'll get the hint and they'll leave you alone. Just make it look like you have no chance. I feel like it's hard for you to do that. Kind of like, I'm sorry. I really can't. I got a lot going on. Even if it's embellishing a little bit in your opinion, ironically, it's probably not. But even if in your opinion, if it's embellishing a little bit, still let them know that you can't. Because you have other things coming forward. That's also coming forward. Yeah. I mean, this is normal for Sagittarius. You have more things coming forward, more things you're going to want to do, more things that are positive for you. You're not going to miss out on anything because you don't take on this person's responsibilities. I also feel like you don't realize that that's what they're going to try to do is push off their responsibilities on you. Just don't get involved with them because there's more things coming in. And what's going to happen is you're going to have to back off from those things. Something better, something you want, you're going to have to walk away from this responsibility anyway so that you can get what you want. When I get the soulmate, in this situation, I don't think it's talking about a person. I feel like it's just saying something that really fits you is coming forward that you're really going to want. You don't want this standing in your way. You don't want to be like, I'd like to grab that Ace of Wands, but I took on so-and-so's responsibilities, so I can't. You're going to miss out on something if you take on their responsibilities. You're definitely going to miss out. Don't do that. It's kind of like the balance of what's going on. You got the High Priestess here with the King of Pentacles. Choose your road as it serves you. Yeah, it may make you uncomfortable to say no to somebody in the sense of like they're going to look at me negatively, or possibly they're going to be like, oh, you're not willing to help. It's not the truth. Try to move past that, because in the long run, this does not go against you. It will not. And you'll get what you actually do enjoy. If you take on this, if you let this person rope you in, you're the one who fails. It's not fair. You should have what you want. So don't do that. Somebody is going to like lose. I feel like it's only fair that they do because they created the situation. It's let them deal with it. They created it. It's let them deal with it. You didn't create it. It's not fair that somebody else creates something and hands it over to you for you to fail. It's not fair. I just keep getting that not fair. And when I'm feeling that not fair energy, because I'm usually not a fan of saying that term, it's like it doesn't have to go like this. Like you don't have to be the one that's under the bus. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to be there. Not for nothing. Whoever this is, you may save them from being under the bus this one time, but it's only a matter of time before they overload themselves and fall in anyway, because they keep doing it. This is a pattern with them. It's kind of like how long before the Ten of Wands turns into the Ten of Swords? That's the question. And until they fail, and they don't like being the one failing, they won't change their ways, or they won't have a good reason to change their ways. Especially if somebody else always picks up the leftovers for them. That's not fair. When people take on too much, it's up to them to figure out that's wrong and to fix it. Not for other people just to pick up the slack for them constantly. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. The donation information is also below if you're interested. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.